Alright guys, I have just seen a game that makes me really excited because I'm a giant kid and no one ever seems to grow out of Lego, because it is Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham, which makes me think we're going beyond Gotham. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what we just saw?
Yeah, exactly. Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham has just that. The title kind of gives it all away. We really wanted to take the player away from Gotham City, and we're actually going to the universe. We thought that's a cool place. So the level that we've just shown actually has Batman and Robin. They start in the Batcave, they build a bat rocket, and then they go to the Watchtower because Joker, Lex, and a whole host of other villains have just taken over the Watchtower. So Justice League are called in to save the day. So yeah, we've gone to the Watchtower. We get to do some cool shooty section where you're flying around the Watchtower, blowing up loads of kind of Joker chattering teeth and missiles, and there's a boss encounter. We then go running up the Watchtower, so you're on the outsides of it running around as Flash and Cyborg and Batman. We then go into the Watchtower, fight some Lex bots and some more chattering teeth, and kind of make our way in to effectively try and save Martian Manhunter.
So when we were seeing Batman and Robin, we saw their suits. The suits are back, but some of them have had a bit of an upgrade. Do you want to talk about the spacesuit?
Sure. So spacesuit is one of the new suits that we've added for Lego Batman 3. We're going to space. Batman needs a spacesuit.
Yeah, obviously.
It's a brilliant kind of twist for us, effectively, because the spacesuit gives Batman the ability to fly. It's something that he's not been able to do. He's kind of been able to glide in the past, but this gives us jetpack-powered flight. So you can pick up these little fuel canisters that fills up your jetpack. You then get to fly around. You get space lasers. You can blow up gold Lego. And what's great for us is that's only kind of one of the suits that we've got, and they're all going to be upgradable. So you can actually get an upgraded version of the spacesuit, which is even cooler.
And now we saw some suits we've seen before have some great new features. Robin's tech suit with the toy wonder was rather adorable. Yeah,
so the tech suit makes a return for Robin, but we wanted to give him Toy Wonder to play with. So you can call him in at any point. He drops in, he can go around, he helps you with puzzles, he can work on tech panels that you might not be able to reach, but then he does cool things. You can make him do kickflips and handstands and kind of all these kind of wacky bits and pieces, which is just kind of what we love to do. The team do a fantastic job of kind of digging into the lore and going, right, let's include Toy Wonder in some way because that's brilliant, but then also let's make him do wicked things in cool animation style. So
talking about crazy things, Cyborg became a washing machine while in space.
Yeah, so that's Cyborg's stealth suit. So he goes into a stealthy washing machine with his laser eye, still so has the ability to blow stuff up as a washing machine. We love the Lego level of detail the team put in. You can even see the hot and cold water pipe outlets on the back, which is just a detail that doesn't need to be there, but it's fantastic. So
we saw some vehicle levels. You did mention it. It was kind of us flying around shooting things. Very reminiscent of a fantastic PlayStation 4 game that we saw, something a bit like Resogun, for anyone that's seen it. Do you want to talk a little bit about some of the vehicles we'll be seeing and levels like that?
Yeah, it's something that we've kind of had in Lego games in the past. We've always had these kind of vehicle levels, and how do we do things differently? So in the previous Lego Batmans, we had vehicle levels where you're in the Batmobile, and particularly in Batman 2, you're being chased by the Joker robot. This time we're going to space, so we need something different. So we've got this cool bat rocket, which actually splits into two. So of course, Batman game, Lego Batman game, co-op must be essential. So you can fly around as both characters at the same time and kind of blow up all these different enemies which are attacking you. And we thought that kind of that kind of 2D kind of shooter, it really lends itself brilliantly to space combat. The level that we're showing kind of has all these Lego elements flying around as you're blowing stuff up, and kind of really wanted it a bit crazy because we thought that would be a lot of fun. And then we've got these other styles in the game as well, which we've not shown in the demo, but some very cool stuff for people to kind of have a play around as you go to these various locations.
Now you mentioned Lex and you mentioned the Joker. Are these going to be our kind of main bad guys? Is who we're going after, or is there a twist?
Yeah, so there is a twist, and the artwork behind is actually very handy because Lex and Joker are in there. They are villains. That's kind of like a part in the story quite early on where they take over the Watchtower. He's not our big problem. The big problem's Brainiac. So as at the end of Lego Batman 2, we have this idea that Brainiac was looking for something, and he sees Green Lantern's kind of energy and goes, okay, I found it. So that's where we left Lego Batman 2. And Lego Batman 3, Brainiac is now coming to town and he's causing problems. It's kind of why we've got a threat on a universe scale rather than on anything attacking Gotham in itself. And that's why we kind of wanted this much bigger world. So Brainiac's our big kind of enemy, and as a result, and over the course of the story and happens with it, it means that the heroes and villains actually end up coming together and having to team up because Brainiac's a bigger threat than any of them.
So you get to control Joker and Lex.
Yeah, exactly. And what's great for us is we're doing things a little bit different. So something happens in the story, which means that we get to show a new version of these characters, something that people might not have seen. So hopefully some exciting things to reveal later down the line.
And Lego as a series has done incredibly well. How do you guys always walk that line of like, this is a game for adults as much as it is for kids? You know, Lego is something we've all grown up with. But these games continue to be good and continue to be cool. What's that pressure like as a studio?
I think the team love it. We've got this idea that we're always trying to make games for younger audiences so that they're really accessible, they're really fun for them to play. But then, yeah, of course, we're working with IPs that appeal to such a huge age range. We know that we want the DC fans to be totally on board with this. So it's about making sure that we're really authentic to the licenses and yet still very cool, fun, accessible, and hopefully funny. We like to add a lot of humour in there and hope people find it entertaining. And it's really important for us that we have that level because this is a Lego Batman game, so it needs to have everything within the Batman world, the DC universe, very authentic and yet still accessible for younger and still with that challenge for the older gamer as well.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time. It looks incredible. I now want to go home and just play with Lego again, so I'm never going to grow up. Anyway, thank you so much for your time, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to tune into our YouTube channel with even more news from the world of PlayStation.